Hello, hi there, Taurus. I do hope that you are all well and welcome to my channel. My name is Bella and most people know me as Bella the Secret Psychic, and this is your love horoscopes for November 2017. And this is where me and my spirit guides, because that's how I do my readings, give you a sort of general overview and themes and things that you should be considering on your this month when it comes to your romantic endeavours. And just to answer some questions, because I've been doing this with everybody, because I've had questions sent to me in different places just about my services in particular. Firstly, the links are always down below, but there's a link to my website where you can get mini video readings from me that start from about $6.99, or perhaps longer readings with me depending on what it is that you want and how much you want to know about something. But also I have my new Instago account where you perhaps might just have a very small question, or you just want to have a chat, and you can do that through my my app site there, where actually it costs as little as $4.99 to send me a message, and it's quite quick for me to get back to you also too. So that was me, that was all that stuff done. Oh, quickly, very quickly, sorry, one more thing. You might also want to join me on my Facebook page, where I'm there live every day, Monday to Friday, where I also give some daily guidance also there too as well. So, what is it that my spirit guides want you to be considering or thinking about in terms of the energies, and they use the word energies in particular, when it comes to the energies for you and Taurus in your love life for November? Now, the reason why they bring up energy most importantly is because there is a real, there has been, I've noticed here, there is some anxious energy that sort of lingers in pockets in November, and it feels that some signs are much more susceptible to it than others, and you happen to be one of those signs where there's a lot of nervous energy in your energy when it comes to your thoughts around the connection you're either with, the connection you want to be in, or about your singleness. I get here a lot of nervous energy, and for some of you, really not knowing what direction to go in, or if a direction is going to happen for you at all. So, for example, if you are waiting or not sure whether you should get back with an ex, or waiting for perhaps somebody to return to you, or like you're just uncertain about whether it's going to happen or not because of the trouble they've given you at an emotional level, but also things being drawn out, that kind of thing. If you're single, you're not feeling too confident that you're meeting the right kind of people, and that you seem to be chasing your tail and going around in circles with the same type of people, and you're really feeling quite anxious, like a little bit sick anxious about whether things are going to work out for you in quite the way that you would hope them to be, particularly to be edging near the end of the year also too. And then for some of you, you're in an established connection where, again, be mindful because of this anxious kind of pockets that happen, particularly in the first week, and I noticed particularly in the third week, that you just can't see, like, things need to change, and something needs to change in the routine of how things are done, or there needs to be some sort of new vibrance, and you're starting to really focus and notice that you're kind of needing, it's making you feel anxious because you don't know how to go about it, and whether the person will be eager to also participate in what it is that you're trying to make a shift in the relationship so that it feels better to you. That makes sense. I also get here that some of you have some anxious energy if you are in an established connection, because actually for some of you, you're very worried that you are not the only one that person is seeing, that you're worried that your other person is having an affair. Some of you, it might be you, but I'm getting it's you that's more anxious than the other way around. Now, of course, if it is you, you might be rightfully feeling quite anxious that they're going to find out. But I'm mostly getting it's you worried. You're worried about the direction of what other, whether it's going to happen for you, whether things are going to go your way, and whether you find somebody that's going to participate with you, or whether you're with somebody that's going to participate with you, or whether the person that you're desiring to have back in your life is actually going to do it. Do you get me? Anxious. Be mindful of that. This is the reason why I do these readings, is so that you can have insight that that's the energy that's at play, so that you can either let it affect you or don't let it affect you. If you let it affect you, you just feel all out of sorts, I have to say, and you're on your own feeling all out of sorts. Now, I just have to say, the only ones that this really does, you've got every right to be anxious, is where you believe that the other person in your life is got another person around them, because I'm kind of getting that they are. And I hate to put it out there, but you know, the better you know than you don't know, basically. So if you're having these fears, I mean, firstly, if you're having it in the first place, your intuition, your own guides are trying to tell you something, but it happens to be true, and it happens to be that you'll find out also in this month also too that you happen to be correct about it. So that you're the only ones that have the right to have this anxiety, perhaps to this level. The rest of you, it's like, you can do something about it, which is about, instead of not having the sight, because actually you're trying to build all this all by yourself, you do need to voice it. You do need to voice to the other person, this is what your needs are, because I get here that they will work with you to look at the options, come with a compromise and walk forward. If you're single and you're very nervous that you keep meeting the same person, no, you won't. And I'll tell you why. Because you'll recognise those who don't serve you, because you've had the experience of that. So you'll just be off. You'll just start asking questions, the right kind of questions, right from the get-go. You'll do that. You'll be more bolder to do that. And so that energy will start to dissipate. However, if you are a Taurus where you are worried that your partner is seeing somebody else, or perhaps it is you that's seeing somebody else, does it all come out in the wash this month? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And it will leave you in a dilemma about choosing. Either way, you know, if it's you, you're going to have to choose one or the other. If it's them, you're going to have to choose about whether you forgive them or not, because it feels to me that they want you, even though you found this out. I get your third week feels really stressful, guys. If you're in that current situation, very, very stressful. Which way do you go? What do I do? Do I forgive them? Do I not? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I leave? You know, it's the whole deceit thing. Because even if it was you, you're worried about how that other person perceives you because of the deceit that you gave. Do you understand me? So it doesn't feel good. The rest of you Tauruses, as long as you're bold and ask questions, you won't suffer the torments of your own mind, if that makes sense, because you'll just be saying what you need and you'll get it. But for you guys in particular, where actually there's a whole triangle mess going on, you need to choose. And my guys are saying you really must do it from your heart, and you mustn't do it from re-looking back at old experiences that perhaps you've had with people, because just because you had those experiences doesn't mean that it informs your future to have the same type, good or bad. And you mustn't be choosing people because of materialistic things either. So things like they've got a better car, or they have more money, or they can better provide for me. Like, these are things my guides are giving me in terms of some of your thought forms, not all of your thought forms, but for some of you, yes. They're saying you really must choose your heart and don't care about what other people think. So if you want to forgive that person, then you forgive them. Don't worry about what other people think. If you want to leave your partnership and go with somebody else, then that's what you do. You have to follow your heart, so no matter what that is. Don't start building more complications out of it, because the damage has been done, if that makes sense. So it's either got to be that you move on and fix it, or you don't. I hope that makes sense. The theme that I'm getting from you guys, even from the beginning, even if this doesn't apply for you, is that you need to start speaking your mind and stop running things around in your head. If you suspect something, it's shown as its truth. And you'll get the truth when you find out, and you will find out. And I get it's because there's activities that you will take, or you'll voice things, or you'll answer things, and it comes out in a clean anyway. But even if it's none of that, it's minor things, it's newly dating, the theme for this month is about you speak it, you get it. If you don't ask, you don't get. If you don't know, then you're going to continue not to know if you don't do something about it. So it's like, take action, do action. Action brings things for you, resolves things, even with the dilemma that I've just talked about. Actually, communication is part of the key of that. You need to communicate with the parties that's involved with, so that you can make a decision that is best for you based on what it is that you feel in your heart. Things get messy sometimes, and that's okay. They can get unmessy, and sometimes just because I like to always put a positive spin on things, is that sometimes the most negative things can happen for us to actually bring us closer, or to set us free, so that we can be with somebody who is better for us. There's always a positive. There's always a what's that phrase? There's always a silver lining at the end of everything, and that happens to be true. It's just that when we're in the thick of it, we don't see it. So I do hope that that's giving you some insight. It feels like some anxious energy in the month for you guys. But if you're, forewarned is forearmed, as they say. So do let me know how it all plays out for you in this month. And again, do like, do share, do comment. I do love to hear from all of you. And again, look at the links below if you'd like to know more about me and my services too. So you all have an amazing month, and I will see you all again in December. Take care. Bye.